Welcome to Maple and Bamboo. Today, we explore one of the hardest lessons I learned in my corporate journey: how to break the glass ceiling without losing yourself in the process. Because success means little if you have to leave your soul behind to reach it. When I first entered the corporate world, I thought success was about working harder than anyone else. Say yes to every task, never show weakness, always perform. And slowly, I climbed, but something deeper began to shift. To survive, I adapted. I mirrored those around me, spoke their language, adjusted my tone to match the culture. It opened doors, but I noticed the more I fit in, the less I stood out. Fitting in helped me succeed, but it also dulled my voice. No one warns you that ambition can quietly trade places with identity, that in chasing recognition, you can forget what originally drove you. I realized I was becoming successful, but not necessarily fulfilled. At mid-career, I hit a wall. The politics intensified. Decisions weren't always ethical, and I started asking myself, do I want power or do I want peace? It took me years to learn the two don't have to be opposites. True power is not about control. It's about calm conviction. It's the strength to speak up without shouting, to lead with grace when the room is tense, to stay grounded when others lose balance. If you don't define success for yourself, someone else will define it for you. Titles, bonuses, and promotions matter, but they're milestones, not meaning. Real success feels peaceful, not pressured. For many women, self-advocacy feels uncomfortable, even selfish. But advocating for yourself isn't arrogance, it's awareness. You can promote your value without losing humility. It's not about ego, it's about clarity. When you speak, do it from purpose, not emotion. Anchor your ideas in facts, but deliver them with humanity. That balance builds trust, and trust builds influence. Integrity isn't idealism, it's strategy. People may not always agree with your decisions, but they'll respect your consistency. And in the long run, trust becomes your greatest currency. After 25 years, I've learned leadership isn't about authority. It's about how you make others feel seen, safe, and capable. That's how real leaders break ceilings, not by force, but by lifting others. Grace under pressure doesn't mean silence, it means control. When others react, you respond. That's how soft power wins where hard tactics fail. Courage isn't always loud or dramatic. Sometimes it's choosing honesty when it's uncomfortable. Sometimes it's saying no to protect your sanity, your boundaries, your soul. Some ceilings are external, systemic, cultural, unfair, but others are internal, built from doubt, fear, or guilt. The first cracks start inside, when you stop doubting your worth. Every time you speak from authenticity, the glass weakens. Every boundary you honor, every value you protect, that's a piece of the ceiling gone. That's what real empowerment looks like. Power and purpose are not rivals. When you align them, your leadership becomes not just effective, it becomes timeless. It's the harmony of ambition and authenticity. At some point, the titles fade, but your influence doesn't. What people will remember is not your job description, but your example. Leave behind character, not just credentials. Bamboo reminds us strength and flexibility can coexist. You can rise without hardening. You can lead without losing compassion. You can break through and still remain whole. Success without integrity is failure. In the end, integrity isn't what you achieve, it's what you keep along the way. Break the ceiling, but keep your soul. Climb boldly, but stay grounded. Because the higher you rise, the more the world needs your authenticity. Thank you for being here. If this reflection resonates with you, subscribe and share your story in the comments. Together, we can redefine what it means to succeed. Reflect life, career, wealth, and balance only on Maple and Bamboo. Subscribe today to join the journey.